This is a Weather Tracker TV breaking weather alert.
All right, folks, here we go now. Late Sunday afternoon, heading into our Sunday evening. William Cole here in the storm studio, and want to get you caught up now on what appears to be an impending winter storm slash ice storm potential in North Texas, and even more specifically right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. The forecast has been evolving throughout the day. The newest data also continuing to evolve. So I do want to catch you up on these important details because your morning commute out the door tomorrow, Monday, and especially as we go through parts of the remainder of your work week, will be impacted. Again, important details now over the next few minutes. But first of all, this is new from the Weather Service this late afternoon. A winter storm watch has been issued for a good part of North Texas. Again, it does include the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. By the way, that will be upgraded to a winter storm warning as we get into tomorrow. More on that coming up. First, here's your Sunday evening. It's cold. The Arctic front came through, but at least this evening we're basically dry. No real weather complications. You can see your wind chill factors, though. They will be easing down through the 20s again as we go through this evening. So two pieces of the weather puzzle I'm tracking carefully. Number one, it is this Arctic front. It continues to make tracks southbound. Part of the question on the forecast as we went through most of last week was how far south could the Arctic air make it? The model data was basically stalling it just to the north of DFW, as is typically the case. Arctic air, it's thick, it's dense, it's kind of like molasses, and once it starts rolling down the plains, it comes, and basically that's been the case. It is here. Temperatures will struggle to even get above freezing all the way through Wednesday. So weather piece of the puzzle number one there. Number two, as we're looking at the radar, at least now heading into the evening, heavier rain off to our east, right? That's no real concern of ours. There have been some showers throughout the day. That activity will continue to taper off as the front continues to push on down to the south. But more importantly for us, it's this flow. You can see the flow coming up out of the subtropics, out of the southwest here. Little mini impulses of lift will be riding that flow. And as they come over that dense Arctic air, the precipitation initially will be falling as rain because above the surface, believe it or not, temperatures are actually semi-warm. But again, as it hits that Arctic air mass, it will then again have the opportunity to freeze on contact, giving us some freezing rain. There may also be an outside opportunity of a little bit of sleet mixed in with this as well. Obviously, we would prefer sleet. The more sleet, the better, because that would improve travel conditions ever so slightly. But I am still anticipating some, at least the potential here for some pretty significant travel impacts, bridges, overpasses in the DFW Metroplex over the next 3 days. So let me walk you through the model. Important information here. Number one, we're quiet as we go through this evening, nothing happening. But by sunrise tomorrow morning, notice the smattering of pink showing up. That will be an opportunity of some freezing drizzle. Now, the lower levels of the atmosphere tomorrow morning will still be relatively dry, so we may or we may not see freezing drizzle, and it would be patchy, right? It may be happening in some areas and not in others, so really exercise caution out the door tomorrow morning. But then as we go through Monday, the atmosphere primes, it becomes a little more moist, and the opportunity of freezing drizzle, maybe even a light freezing rain, will be ongoing as we go through your Monday. The Monday evening commute could become dicey. Keep that in mind. Then as we go through Monday night into Tuesday, there it is. It's basically game on. It'll be a light to moderate freezing rain ongoing. Could be some sleet mixed in here as well, but notice where the focus appears to be. The new focus for the system is right over the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and in fact, the critical icing zone. This is what the computer thinks. Keep in mind, this may still change some, but right now the computer really highlighting, again, the DFW Metroplex for the critical icing zone with this weather maker. So again, we've really got to keep that in mind, only for the fact that bridges, the overpasses, we know the infrastructure we have here in the Metroplex could really make travel, again, quite dicey. Temperatures flatline as we go through the overnight. Very light freezing drizzle possible out the door tomorrow. That is not a guarantee, remember, but again, as we go through the day with temperatures flatlining through the afternoon, the opportunity of freezing drizzle, freezing rain, maybe even a little bit of sleet will be on the upswing. And then again, as we go through Tuesday, it will become likely as we go through the day. And again, even on Tuesday, temperatures, simply put, they really just do not move. So again, several days of impactful weather beginning tomorrow, really increasing as we go through Monday. Tuesday does look likely. Wednesday morning, another opportunity of frozen precipitation. We may try and transition over to more in the way of rain as we go through Wednesday afternoon. And then as we get into Thursday, we'll begin to taper this off with slowly moderating the temperatures the deeper we get into the 12-day. I've got a lot more coming up. Stay with us.